What exactly would happen if Kratos goes to Egypt? Here's our take on it. God of War has been one of the most popular series in the gaming history. No, wait. It has been one of the most popular series throughout the whole of media. The original trilogy consists of Kratos as a rage-filled protagonist hell-bent on taking revenge on the Greek gods for being tricked into killing his wife and daughter. By the end of God of War 3, Kratos has brutally murdered almost all of the Greek gods and destroyed the whole world with it. After this, in 2018, God of War gets a soft reboot, and Kratos travels to the Norse realm. We see a completely different Kratos who is instead focusing on raising his son and finishing his wife's last wish. This, in the end, results in him killing some of the Norse gods. But this was a very different and welcome experience nonetheless. After being done with the Norse arc, fans have been speculating where Kratos will go next. Players have not been expecting for Kratos to just settle down in the Norse realm, as we are definitely not ready to part with him yet. The mythology which makes the most sense for Kratos to go to next would definitely be Egypt. This is what the majority of the fans, and even we, believe so and hope for. You would even find fan art of this concept by just scouring the internet enough. Why Egyptian mythology? First of all, Egyptian mythology is one of the few ancient mythologies which is as popular as Greek and Norse. This would provide a sense of familiarity with us rather than diving into mythology known by very few people. Another reason is it has so many different gods and is so rich with stories that a great narrative can be formed with them. Also, tackling any of the newer mythologies and religions which are still practiced would cause a huge controversy considering the nature of the games. And now for the main question. What would happen if Kratos were to go to Egypt? How would the Egyptian deities react? And what kind of creatures would Kratos have to face? So I see two reasons as to why Kratos would travel to Egypt in the first place. It could be either because Mimir was kidnapped as he is the smartest head alive, or Atreus, who has a knack for adventure, is traveling to Egypt and gets kidnapped because he is, in the end, a foreign god and poses a threat to the Egyptian gods. In both these cases, I see Kratos rushing to Egypt to save his family without a second thought, as that is his nature. Our best bet for the main antagonist has to be Set, because he is a god of chaos and is jealous of his older brother Osiris. Set, in his jealousy, even killed his own brother Osiris. Set was also always jealous that Ra blessed Set's older brother with a son. Horus and he was left childless. That gave Set a motive to get revenge. Or he can target Kratos for having a child and then kidnapping Atreus. He could think how Kratos could be blessed to have a child and not him. If not Set, another god to look at would be Ma'at, because she is the god of balance and order, and Kratos just being there could disrupt the balance. She could also seek justice for all those that Kratos has killed in the past, make him suffer for all the suffering he has caused. From a whole other point of view, it could be the traditionally good gods, such as Isis, Ra, Osiris, Horus, etc., who could be the main antagonist. It has always been the rule in God of War that the gods who are in charge are the corrupt ones, so it could be the ones we just talked about who could have gotten corrupt over the years. If anything, we have complete trust in the studio that we are going to get a great antagonist who goes hand in hand with a great story. I mean, just look at their previous works. Another amazing aspect of Egyptian mythologies is the huge number of creatures it has. God of War has some iconic huge boss fights. There have been colossal gods like Poseidon and Titans who are literally kilometers in height, like Kronos in the Greek pantheon, while the Norse one had dragons. And while not a boss fight, it has Jormungandr, the largest creature in the whole world. One would think about what Egyptian mythology has compared to Norse and Greek, but you should not underestimate the creatures from the Egyptian mythologies either. It has creatures like the griffin, which is said to have a lion's body with an eagle's head and wings with which it could even fly. Griffin definitely would be an enemy we constantly face as Kratos as a boss or a mini-boss. Kratos tearing the wings of a griffin would be a sight to behold. Another creature just as common as the griffin would be the serpapard. It is a very important hybrid creature from mythology. It has the body of a leopard and the head of a serpent, just as the name suggests. A fight with a serpent can never go wrong in a God of War game, and the final huge boss battle that can be against a creature would be that with the Sphinx. Sphinx had the body, tail, and limbs of a lion combined with the head of a lion. Sometimes the head can be that of a ram or a falcon. There are huge sculptures of the Sphinx which can even be seen in Egypt right now, just like the pyramids. The spectacle this fight would produce would be just amazing and jaw-dropping. Another thing that we haven't touched upon is the geographical features of Egypt. Kratos would be in a completely new environment. It would not be a big deal for Kratos. I mean, he did survive Fimbulwinter, but Kratos interacting with that sand would definitely be fun to see. Also, exploring the pyramids and unveiling their mysteries would be fun in itself. There would be a whole enemy type with just mummies, or maybe they could be the NPCs that give side quests. And the biggest question here will be whether Kratos will keep his beard in Egypt or not. It's hot and sandy over there, which is definitely not suited to having a beard. Another bit we have to discuss for the Egypt saga will have to be Kratos' weapon of choice. We had the blades for the Greek saga, the Leviathan axe, and the Draupnir spear for the Norse saga. It would only make sense if we got a whole new weapon and a new combat system with its own kind of magic system to explore a new place. Something like a sword or a traditional Egyptian curved blade called khopesh. Anyways, whenever we get in the next God of War installment, it would definitely be a treat to see and experience. How about you tell us what your ideas of what you think would happen in the next God of War? Do you think Kratos will travel to a new mythology? If so, will it be Egypt or somewhere else entirely? Let us know what you think would happen and if you agree or disagree about what we talked about in the video. If you had fun watching this video, definitely leave a like as it helps us grow, and subscribe for more such great content. Thank you for watching.